Hi everyone, good afternoon. So if you have your textbooks with you, can you please open to page 215? You might want to take down notes for this. I mean, we will only be looking at the workbook a lot later. So today, um, we're going to be looking at some more, some more trigonometric formula. But these are not identities. Okay, identities are different, but this is formula. Formula means you can use it to calculate values. Okay, so the first set of formulas that we need. Okay, so if you look at page 215, you will see that there are actually 6 addition formulas altogether. But actually the 6 usually is compressed into 3. Okay, the first one will be sine A, either plus, or I'm going to change color for this, or minus. You know what? I'm going to change the color for plus. Okay, so plus is green. Okay, B, okay, equals to sine A cos B, and then we will have the same thing, plus on top, okay, and minus at the bottom. Okay, then you will have cos A sine B. So depending on, dia bergantung kepada mana satu yang kamu mau lah. You cannot do both plus and minus at the same time, obviously not. So if let's say you have sine A plus B, it will be sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Okay, or sine A minus B will be sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. So kalau kamu ikut laluan hijau, so it's hijau all the way. Kalau kau ikut laluan merah, then it's merah all the way. Okay, so these are the first 2 addition formulas, sine A plus B. Okay, it's always sine A cos B first, and then cos A sine B. Don't campur adukkan. Okay, the second one is cos A plus B. Okay, cos A, same thing. I'm going to use plus for the green color, and I'm going to use minus for the red color. Okay, so cos A and cos A plus or cos A minus B. Okay, but this one is a little bit easier. Semua cos and then semua sine. So it will be cos A cos B, and then the same thing lah, either plus, depending on which route you want to take. Okay, either plus or minus, and then sine A sine B. All right. Now the most complicated one of them all, as always, is always the tangent A plus B lah. Okay, tangent A, and then obviously you have the same thing, plus on top and minus at the bottom. Okay, minus B will be equals to tangent A. Okay, this is the one that you need to be very careful. Okay, it will be tangent A. Then, if you're going with the plus, it will be plus here, and then it will be minus here. Okay, so it will be tangent B over, okay, 1. Take a look at this carefully, everybody. This is the only part where it's different. If you're following the green route, on top will be minus. Okay, and then the red route will be plus at the bottom. Okay, tangent A multiplied by tangent B. So only the tangent formula, there is a terbalik in the sense then. Tangent A plus B, tangent A plus B equals to tangent A plus tangent B over 1 minus tangent A tangent B. Okay, so everything depends on which laluan mana yang kamu ikut lah. You're following the green path or you're following the red path. Okay, but this is in a nutshell. This is the summary of the 3 addition formulas. Okay, of course we can derive all these formulas. Okay, memang boleh kena derive, but the thing is this lah. Okay, we're not going to talk about the derivation. We're going to talk about its uses. Okay, and of course the primary use, the main use obviously is to prove more trigonometric identities. Okay, but before we go into that, I just want you to bear in mind the special angles that we've been talking about last time. If you remember the special angles, this one. Okay, sine 30, cos 30, sine tangent 30, sine 60, cos 60, and tangent 60, and sine tangent 45, cos 45, sine 45. Okay, Just to remind you, can we have 30 degrees in terms of pi, 60 degrees in terms of pi, and 45 degrees in terms of pi, please?
1/6 pi, 30 degree.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I think sorry, my speaker is not on. I'm like, how come there's no sound? Sorry. Can you repeat what you said? Whoever answered just now, can you repeat what you said, please?
1/6 pi.
Which
30
one?
degree. 30 degree.
30. Okay, so 30 is 1/6 pi, or pi over 6, same thing lah. Okay, 60 degrees.
Pi over
Pi
3.
over 3.
Okay, pi over 3 or 1/3 pi, and 45?
Pi
over 4.
over 4.
Okay, 1/4 pi or pi over 4. Macam mana lag sekejap bukan? Okay, so sine 60, okay, sine 60 is also equals to sine pi over 3, just to let you know lah. Okay, this interchangeably, okay, is we always use this, but always remember 60 is in degrees, okay, and pi over 3 is just pi over 3 lah. Okay, all right. So let's take a look now at proving identities. The first use of the double angle formula, okay, is always to prove identities. Okay, if you have your textbooks with you, and a good idea would be to open your notebook or paper or something like. Okay, to open to page 218. Okay, page 218. Let's answer a couple of questions in self-exercise 6.8. Okay, let's try to do question 1A. Prove each of the following using the trigonometric. Prove each of the following trigonometric identities. Okay, and this one we are involving the use of addition formula. Okay, yang ini. But let's not forget the basic identities that we've learned previously. Okay, which is this one. Oh, sorry. Oh, where did I put the basic identity? Okay, anyway, the basic identity. Oh, there we are. Okay, so let's not forget the basic identities. Okay, this one dia masih boleh kena pakai. Actually, after a while, you have to use everything lah. Okay, you have to use everything in your disposal in order to be able to find it. Okay, so first one, sine x minus y minus sine x plus y equals to negative 2 cos x sine y. Okay, after a while of proving identities, you kind of know that you need to start from the more complicated side. Because this one, we can do something about this. There's nothing we can do here. Okay, oh yeah, actually we can, but we haven't learned yet. But there's nothing we can do here now, like cos x sine y. Okay, fine. So we start with sine x minus y and sine x plus y. Okay, now taking a look back at this, minus means we're following the red path. So we're going to have sine x cos y minus cos x sine y. Okay, this is set number 1. Okay, minus, okay, then this is set number 2, this one. Okay, sine x plus y will be sine x cos y plus cos x sine y. Okay, we're going to have that. Then what do we have here? Okay, so let's open the bracket lah. So we have sine x cos y minus cos x sine y minus sine x cos y minus, okay, because minus and plus, bila kamu buka bracket, I've said this a million times, and a million times I will say it more, it will become negative cos x sine y. And so you will find over here that this one and this one akan kehilangan sebab dia minus antara diri sendiri. Then you have minus cos x sine y minus another cos x sine y. So it will be minus 2 cos x sine y, which is the thing that we wanted to prove in the first place. Okay, so proven. Okay, so one of the uses of trigonometric functions, of the addition formula, okay, is to prove other trigonometric identities. Okay, I think somebody last week asked me, and I totally forgot to answer this. What is the difference between an identity and a formula? Okay, what is the difference between an identity and a formula? I think that one is something that you should research yourself. Okay, go to Google and ask what's the difference between a trigonometric identity and a trigonometric formula. Basically, what is the difference between an identity and a formula? You will see that there's a difference. We can prove identities, but we cannot prove formula. Formula is derived. Okay, but identities can be proven, which means we can prove that the left side equals to the right side. But there are also other differences there. Lah. Okay, go and check it out. Huh? All right, let's do another one. Huh? Let's do something that looks more complicated. Lah. Let's try question C. C sounds fun. Okay, so we want to prove that cos x minus y minus cos x plus y over sine x plus y, okay, plus sine x minus y equals to tangent y. After this long work on the left-hand side, okay, then we want to prove it is equals to something so simple as tangent y. Okay, main and most important thing is that we never start from the tangent y. There's not enough information here for us to expand sampai boleh dapat begini bahkan. So we always start with the complicated side. Okay, because when we start with the complicated things first, then the other things will come much easier. Okay, cos x minus y. I'm not going to turn back to the formula. You put your finger on page 215 and look back. Okay, but what you're going to get is cos x cos y minus sine x sine y. Okay, minus, then we have this set. Okay, cos x cos y plus sine x sine y. Okay, over, oh no, you know what's going to happen. Okay, sine x cos y plus cos x sine y plus, okay, sine x cos y minus cos x sine y. Did I?
So, your yang cos x minus y tu kan, sepatutnya tengah-tengah is positive, not
Oh
negative.
yeah, you're right. Did I copy the, oh no, did I copy the wrong formula? Oh, did I copy wrongly?
I think so, sir.
Oh yeah lah, you're right. I copied this wrongly. Gosh. Okay. Sorry. So this one should be terbalik. So here should be minus. And here should be plus. Kan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's okay. I don't mind standing corrected. Okay, so this is plus and this is minus. So cos x cos y will be gone. And then this one will be plus. Okay, so this will be positive 2 lah. Okay, so it will be positive, so it will be positive tangent y. Okay, thank you. Thank you for correcting that mistake. I also didn't realize. I'm just like, saya mengajar saja on automatic mode. Okay, thank you. Good. Okay, how come nobody? Okay, never mind. Let's not go there. Okay, so first use of addition formula. Okay, it's obviously to prove trigonometric identities. Okay, but that's not the only use lah. Okay, we can also use the addition formula to find values. Okay, so for example, I'm going to do a question 3 first. Okay, given okay, cos x equals to negative 5 over 13. Okay, and sine y equals to negative 3 over 5. But the range is a little bit different. So let's worry about that later. Okay, most important thing now is that if we want to find sine x plus y, okay, we should have enough information. Okay, we have sine x cos y plus cos x sine y. But we don't have enough information. Okay, we don't have enough information. So we need to think about this. How do we find sine x and cos y? Any suggestions?
Right angle triangle.
Okay, we have to form the right angle triangle. No matter what you do, you have to form the right angle triangle. Okay, but there is a reason why they give that x is antara kosong hingga pi. What does this mean? Which quadrants are 0 until pi? Obviously, it's quadrant 1 until?
2.
Okay, it will be quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. Okay, and think about it now. Quadrant 1 and quadrant 2, right? Okay, only sign is positive. And that's why we see here cos x equals to negative 5 over 13. It's a very big clue. It's telling you that x is in quadrant 2. Because cos x negative 5 over 13 cannot be in quadrant 1 because quadrant 1 is positive. All values cos, sine, tangent are positive. So this one is out. Okay? That's why the question is giving you this to tell you that x is in quadrant 2. And if x is in quadrant 2, the sine value is positive. Okay? It's positive lah. Manakala the tangent value will be negative. Okay, so when we form the right angle triangle, if my x is over here, my 5 is here, and my 13 is here, can you tell me what is the length of the adjacent?
So the adjacent is 5.
Oh, sorry, the adjacent is 5. What's the opposite? Something is off with me today. Sorry, what's the opposite?
12.
Okay, the opposite will be 12. So you can tell me what is the value of sine x.
12 over 13.
Okay, 12 over 13. Positive or negative? It has to be positive because it is in the second quadrant. Okay, so these two has to go hand in hand to work together to figure out what you need to know. Okay, tell me what is the value of tangent x according to this triangle.
12 over 5.
Nope. Try again.
Negative
5
12
over
over
12.
5.
Okay. 5 over 12 or 12 over 5?
5 over 12.
12 over 5. Negative.
Negative 12 over 5. Okay. Opposite, Yong?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, why is it negative? Because the information given at the beginning tells us that x is in the second quadrant. When we form the right angle triangle, we always form according to the basic angle, the base angle. Okay, this is what we learned in the first subtopic, which feels like so long ago, right? Okay, but this information tells us that x is in the second quadrant. So when x in the second quadrant, we have to remember, oh, okay, second quadrant, only sign is positive, no matter how the triangle looks like. Okay, now let's apply the same thing into the second, this one, sine y equals to negative 3 over 5. And then they say that y is in between pi over 2 and 3 over 2 pi. Pi over 2 is 90 degrees. Okay, 3 over 2 pi is 270 degrees. Okay, first thing you must be able to tell me is what quadrant is y in? Sine, negative, and here. Between 90 to 270, okay, between 90 to 270 is quadrant 2 and quadrant 3. Okay, but only one of these quadrants will give you a sine y equals to negative value. Which quadrant is it? 2 or 3?
3.
Okay,
3.
quadrant 3, very important. So 2 tidak boleh pakai. Okay, so it is quadrant 3. Okay, so we can get, okay, form the triangle now. If this is y, 3 is here, 5 is here. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, fine. I don't want to get this wrong. Okay, 3 over here, 5 over here. So this is obviously 4 lah. So you can tell me already, what is the value of cos y and what is the value of tangent y? Go ahead, tell me. Cos y is what? Tangent y is what?
Negative 4 over 5.
Which one?
Cos.
Okay, cos y is negative 4 over 5. Why negative? Because cos in quadrant 3 is negative. Okay, how about tangent y?
Positive 3 over 4.
Okay, positive 3 over 4 because quadrant 3, tangent is positive. Okay, so all this kind of information, right, when you read through it, it seems very irrelevant, you know. Macam, kenapa buat diorang bagi ni? But actually, there's more to it than you know. Okay, this, you also have to ask yourself, why is it sin y equals to negative 3 over 5? Kenapa dia bagi negative? Okay, because the quadrants matter. You have to know which particular angle it is in. The right angle triangle only shows you the base. It does not tell you whether the value is positive or negative. That one you have to remember from our first subtopic. All science teachers are crazy. Wow. Okay, now let's come to the question. Sin x plus y. According to the double angle formula, this would be sin x cos y. Please correct me again if I'm wrong. I'm quite sure that I'm very bingong today, sin x. Okay, so we have sin x, 12 over 13. Cos y, negative 4 over 5. Sorry, let me make this smaller. Okay, cos y is negative 4 over 5. Plus cos, see, look at what I'm doing again. Cos x sin y. Sorry. Okay, so cos x is negative 5 over 13. Okay, negative 5 over 13 times sin y is negative 3 over 5. Okay, and after this is just simple calculation, sudahlah. Okay, so what I would like you to do now is finish question B and question C and give me the answers. Okay, of course, calculate question A first lah. Okay, calculate question A. Seems so strange though. Hold on, 6.8. Should be correct though. Yeah, okay. Okay, so calculate this, tell me the answer for A, and then after that, tell me the answer for B and for C. Use the double angle, the addition formula, okay, to help you with this. Okay, so the first one is negative 33 over 65, which is totally fine, okay, because it can be in that form, it can be in decimal form, but since most of our answers have already been in fraction, we can leave it as fraction. Okay, let's try to do this. So this will be cos x, cos y plus sin x, sin y. Plus kan? Yeah, it should be plus. So cos x is negative 5 over 13. Cos y is negative 4 over 5. Plus sin x, 12 over 13. Plus sin y, negative 3 over 5. Wow, so strange. What is our total for that? Okay, negative 16 over 65. Okay, before you do the cotangent, okay, just remember that cotangent is the opposite of tangent. So it's 1 over tangent x plus y. Okay, now if, okay, I mean not if lah, since we know that tangent is this, right? Okay, if tangent A plus B is this, so cotangent, okay, A plus minus B will be the entire fraction, you flip it around. So it will be 1 minus plus tangent A tangent B over tangent A plus minus tangent B. Okay, just flip the whole thing around. So you don't have to, or you can, you can count the tangent value and then after that you can flip it, also can. But basically that flipping around is very helpful. Okay, because the tangent formula is, is already in a fraction. So when we do this, okay, so we will get 1, this is minus, okay, minus tangent x, tangent y over tangent x plus tangent y. Am I correct? 1 plus, 1 minus, okay, yeah, tangent x, tangent y, tangent x plus tangent y. Okay. So, hold on, tangent x is negative 12 over 5 and 3 over 4. Okay, negative 12 over 5. Tangent y is 3 over 4. Okay, so when you substitute. Go ahead, tell me what's the answer. Okay, yeah. So the answer is negative 56 over 33. But if you're going to show the working, it's 1 minus negative 12 over 5 times 3 over 4 over negative 12 over 5 plus 3 over 4. Okay, do everything separately and then bring it all together. In the end, you get 56 over 33. But substituting the value into the formula is, I think it is an easy job. The hard job is actually this beginning part. Okay, when they give you the value and you have to identify which quadrant it is in. Because the quadrant will tell you whether the sine, cos, tangent value is negative or positive. The thing that we learned in 7.1, okay, is actually the most important thing. Okay, this quadrant thing is which is positive, which is negative. All this needs to be taken into account. Okay, when we do this kind of questions. All right, the last question is the one that involves the special angles. Okay, take a look at question number 2. When you see a question that says without using a calculator, okay, without using a calculator simply means usually that special angles are involved. Okay, so you find the value of cos 75. Now, there are a few special angles. The basic ones we know is 30, 60, and 45 degrees. But other special angles will include 0, 180, 360, and 90. Okay, these are not so special angles because not this one is like, okay. But cos 75, if we want to use an addition formula, okay, it will look like cos 30 plus 45. Why do I use 30 and 45? Kenapa saya tidak guna cos 20 plus 55? I can use 20 and 55, but I have to use calculator. Now we don't want to use calculator. When we don't want to use calculator, we have to think about these special angles. How do we change these special angles so that it turns out to be the one that we want? So 75 is 30 and 45. Okay, and let's go this. Cos 30, cos 45, minus, right? Sine 30 and sine 45. Okay, and all these are special angles. Okay, that you're supposed to know, but if you have forgotten what the values are, turn to page 199. Okay, page 199 in your textbook will tell you the values of this one. Okay, so cos 30 is sorry, cos 30 is square root 3 over 2. Cos 45 is 1 over square root 2. Sine 30 is 1 over 2, and sine 45 is 1 over square root 2. Okay? Okay, so this will give us square root 3 over 2 square root 2, okay, minus 1 over 2 square root 2. When we bring it together, we will get square root 3 minus 1 over 2 square root 2. I don't think there's anything much you can do about this, right? This is the most simplified. Do you remember when we studied this last year at the end of Form 4, baru kita masuk this bab? Oh, mau buat begini kah? Okay lah, fine. We have to simplify this. How do we simplify? We multiply everything by root of 2. Done? Yeah. So root 3 minus 1 times root 2 over 2 root 2 times root 2. Okay, what is this called already? I can't remember. No, no, yeah, I know it's called kasi no cert di bawah, but there's a name for it. Okay, which I can't remember lah. Okay, so this will be square root 3 times square root 2 minus square root 2. Okay, so this will give us square root 6 minus square root 2 over 4. Rationalize lah. Oh yeah, you're right lah. Rationalizing the denominator. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, rationalizing. So yeah, again, this is how we use the addition formula. when you don't have to use the calculator, which is why I said, instead of memorizing the values, please memorize the triangles. Okay, the triangles are very important. Okay, the 45-degree triangle, and then here is the 30, and then here is the 60-degree triangle. Memorizing the triangles actually is more helpful compared to, well, if you want to memorize the whole table also can lah. Or you definitely cannot use calculator. You know why? Because calculator, well, sorry, this calculator lah, okay, will not give you this kind of answer. Okay, definitely it won't. It will give a, you know, like populuhan lah, which definitely you cannot. Because once you do populuhan, then everybody will know that you did it using a calculator. Okay, in your workbook, okay, page 88 and 89 in your workbook. Okay, just I want to mention something lah. Okay, in question B, dia cakap sin A is 5/13 and cos B is 3/5. And then it says that A is obtuse, B is acute. Okay, B is acute now tells us only one thing, that B is in which quadrant?
1.
Okay, is in quadrant 1. No need to think already. Okay, now A is obtuse is a little bit hard. Obtuse means more than 90. Oh, sorry. Obtuse means only one thing. It is in quadrant 2. Okay, A is in quadrant 2. So write this down in your workbook so that you know how to find the value of cos A and tangent A and sin B and tangent B. Okay, in order for you to be able to answer this question.